still waffling, or are you getting ready to order?
I think I'd like to have this.
Ah, excellent choice. Coming right up.
Excellent. I'm a physicist by academic background, but what I'm really doing these days a lot is repair of just about any electrical or electronic appliance anyone brings my way. How I got into doing repairs, really I've been doing them since my childhood, since maybe I was 11 or 12 years old. My parents had busy medical careers and neither of them were really technically inclined. Somehow I was. So I've been tinkering with all kinds of electrical things since I was pretty young. It was pretty clear that my career would take me in that direction, and I started taking things apart a few years before I was actually able to put them back together. I'm involved in it at a very local level here in Campbell River. I've participated in the repair cafes here for about a decade. The community members here bring in items of all kinds for repair, and the challenge is to repair as many of them on the spot as possible without knowing in advance really what might be coming in. So we've had some successes and some failures of that. What really often happens is afterward I end up bringing some of the items home to fix. Which is fine too, because the real objective is to keep them out of the waste stream. About 20% of our greenhouse gas emissions come from manufacturing processes. Many have a lot of toxic output as well, and then there's the waste stream itself. Just about every community is coping with growing amounts of landfill that can lead to toxicity issues and so on. I've seen a lot of cases where manufacturers have intentionally used very rare fasteners, unusual screw heads on screws and things like that to prevent people from taking that item apart and repairing it. It's almost an obscenity to me. I have a chapter in a book that I'm writing called The Horror of Planned Obsolescence. It's a moral fault to basically plan on their products having a short lifetime. I get to talk to a lot of senior executives who will acknowledge that their products are designed to only last a short period of time and to not be repaired. We really are ruining the world for, you know, for our children and their children and so on. It doesn't have to be that way, and I think through concepts such as improved modularity, where components can be replaced more easily, a little more thought to the future, some of that can be avoided, so that's one of my hopes. The right to repair movement and that issue, I'm glad to see is getting a lot more prominence. I think there are really good prospects to basically put the responsibility back onto the companies making these items to make them last longer as well as to make them repairable. Just about every appliance in our household is recovered and repaired junk. That's everything from our refrigerator through to washer and dryer, microwave oven, even the vacuum cleaner. It's all repaired, recovered stuff. I'm not sure really that people even know that it is possible to get a lot of items repaired or to even do it themselves. Most repairs are easy, just with a little bit of learning in what to look for and how to fix things. There's a large fraction of the things that get thrown out that could have been very easily repaired. Yep, it's working. Successful repair. I think once people are aware that they can bring their items in for repair and it costs nothing, it will also really grow the awareness in the community of the possibility of having things repaired. And I think the right number is about 4 a year. If we get enough people thinking about repair and getting things repaired and doing repairs, it really can make a huge difference in the world. I think I'd just like to say to people, keep in mind before you throw that item out, there is a good chance that either it can be repaired or someone else can fix it and make use of it. It's well worth being on the lookout for repair cafe events and just keeping in mind not just the possibility of getting something repaired, but what the world can gain from you getting that item repaired, whether you do it yourself or have someone else do it.